Hello, good evening, fellow data scientists. My name is Filip Deryckere. I have a background in management information systems and in actuarial sciences, and I am one of the noisy channels. What we are doing with noisy channels is to support operational process with the use of data science, and in our case, especially text analytics. Before I start, I would like to say last Tuesday, I was at the grand opening of the European Data Innovation Hub, and Alexander De Croo was giving a speech there. And one of the points that he was trying to make during his speech was that he was saying, okay, if the biggest disruption new technologies can bring is probably in dull industries, in boring activities. I will show you a use case of one of the dull, I'm not saying that insurance is a dull industry, but I will give you, I wouldn't dare. I will give you a use case, I will show you a use case of where data science can support dull activities and bring high value add. But before I start, I would like to explain to you what our conviction is. Okay, we know that computers are very fast, accurate, but they are stupid. What we're trying to do with noisy channels, what we believe in, is that we use technology to augment the capabilities of a human being. Our purpose is not within these operational processes, our purpose is not to replace human beings, it's just to augment the capabilities of these humans. That's what we stand for. Now I will show you a very simple, like I said, a very simple but dull activity within an insurance company. On the left-hand side, you see the customers, the brokers, the banks, notaries, whatever business partners that the insurance company is dealing with. On the right-hand side, you see the internal structure of the insurance company, different departments within the company. You have fire insurance, you have car insurance, life insurance, and so on. Of course, when the insurance company is doing business with their business partners, a lot of standard processes, high volume processes, are done in a straight-through way. If you have a new car insurance, that's a straight-through process. Nothing has to happen almost. It's a straight-through process started by a broker or a bank agency, for instance. But next to that, in parallel to that, you have another communication channel between these business partners and the insurance companies, which is often written. It's a parallel structure. And believe it or not, it's not Facebook, it's not to Twitter, but it's just simple, it's mail. It's mail sent from business partners to the insurance company and from the insurance company to the business partners. And what happens is that all these people are sending mails. It's a very simple, like I said, it's a very simple case. They are sending mails. Somebody is there in the middle within the insurance company, reading all the mails, opening all the attachments that are in the mail, deciding, okay, which process do we have to trigger with this mail? Is this a request for information? Is this a claim? Is this a new business or a question on that? What's the status of my file? What's the status of my claim? That's what the person has to do. Has to decide, okay, which process am I triggering? Which department will respond to my question? And probably already enrich the data that's in the mail. What I mean with that, with enriching the data, that's for instance to make it easier, to make life easier for the departments on the right-hand side. It's just, okay, what's the contract number? Okay, is it in the mail? Is it not in the mail? Where can I find the contract? What's the process that we have to trigger? So we have to, from the unstructured data, which is text and attachments, from the unstructured data, okay, get the structured data, enrich the mail, and send it forward to the people in the department in the back office to answer the mail. So what's the big deal? It's a very simple question. We did this exercise for one of the larger insurance companies in Belgium. So what's the big deal? The big deal here is that it's not one mail, it's about, in this case, it's a business unit within a large insurance company. It's 250,000 mails a year. 250,000 mails a year, that means on average, it's every 20 seconds on a working day, a mail arrives that has to be read, that has to be forwarded, that has to be enriched, and so on. It's not that simple. You could say it's simply a question of just routing, but okay, some mails have questions on several contracts, invoke several processes, and so on. That's the case here. So what we have done we've been looking into these mails. We're reading all the data that's in the mail, so it's the subject, it's the body, of course, it's all the attachments, often scanned pages, forms that are filled in manually, checkboxes that are checked. Okay, we have to deduct all the information that's in the mail. And the technology that we're using is, okay, it's NLP, it's text mining in general, it's machine learning, it's often computer vision, like I said, okay, the checkboxes, which you have to read the scanned documents and find out which boxes are checked and which are not checked. Okay, what are the results of this? What is the value add? That means that for 50% of the mails, we can treat them automatically. So it's not just the classification. It's a little more difficult than that. For 50% of the mails, we can do it automatically. Yeah. I didn't explain it in the previous. Handled 250,000 mails. That business unit of the insurance company has 8 people working on just the dispatch of the mail. So the only thing they do is read the mail, enrich the data, forward it to one or several departments in the back office. It's 8 people. So with a gain here of 50%, that means we can, from 8 people, we only need 4 people to deal with these mails. That's not the only advantage that we have, the only benefit that we generate. That's instead of, okay, 1 day or an average 12 hours that it lasts, that it takes for somebody to read the mail on average, to read the mail and to forward the mail to the right person or the right department in the back office. It's not 12 hours anymore, it's instantaneous. It's 1 or 2 seconds. So if you have an insurance company that has a service level agreement with the banks or the brokers, say, okay, we respond to your mail in 48 hours. If you take 12 hours on average to forward the mail, okay, you have a quarter, that's already lost. If you say we do it in seconds, okay, just like that. For the other half of the mails that we could not forward automatically because we have all the data, we could enrich the data. We didn't find everything. Not everybody, if you send a mail to your insurance company, it's not sure that you will add your contract number. Maybe say, okay, my name is enough. I cannot deduct the contract number like that, so we could not find the contract number, but maybe we could identify which process we have to trigger. That's the other half. We enrich the data, but we cannot completely finalize the job and forward the mail to the right department with the enriched data. So that was an example I wanted to give of a very dull activity that we support with high tech. It's data science, so I would call it high tech, but we support a very dull activity and we realize gains which are, to my belief, which are spectacular. Cutting a team or being able to cut the team by half and reducing time from 12 hours to 2 seconds. That's what I wanted to share with you. We do have time for a quick question. Yes?
Isn't the problem you're trying to solve perhaps the wrong problem to solve by the solutions design? Like, isn't it better to have the client directly email to the correct department, avoiding the difficult forwarding step, or even in the better solution, upgrade your entire customer communications platform to something better that solves this kind of issue?
Okay, if you as a customer you have a question on your telephone bill, will you find out, okay, to which department will I have to send my mail in the telephone company? Or do you say, I don't care, I will send my mail, it's their problem, it's not my problem, and I want an answer as fast as possible? Will you go to the website and say, okay, the insurance company tells me I have to fill in a web form? Will you do it as a customer? I don't.
But I hope my bills are correct. So
okay, yeah, okay.
you see that 80% of your complaints are about incorrect bills, and that's perhaps the problem to solve.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Probably, but that doesn't, the mails are still there. And
hey, I hope you like this presentation. This presentation was held in the Brussels Data Science Community Meetup. If you want to know more of when these meetups are taking place, just check the link below. Bye-bye.